Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. I haven't made videos in a while. I just felt like I needed to take some time for myself, but I guess I'm back now. So yeah, today we're gonna do a reading about how you can save your tears. What are you unnecessarily expending sadness on, if I can say it like that? What is making you unhappy? And how can you potentially move past this or handle it in a way that it doesn't hurt you as much? So that's what we're going to look at. So you'll notice in the intro I added moonology cards afterward because I found my deck on my bed and I was like, wow, I really need to add some of these as well. So here we have a bunch of new cards, by the way. Like, I'm so excited. While I was not making videos and such, I bought a bunch of new cards and been working with them and so on. But yeah, I'm finally ready to bring them back to you. So we have group 1, group 2, and group 3. I didn't add any differentiating items on the groups. I just want you to use your intuition to pick a group 1, 2, or 3, and you can pause the video if you need a little more time, but really try to focus on which one you think is, calling to you, because that's really the point. If you blindly choose, yes, luck could be in the calculation, but if you have no intent of really trying, then I'm not exactly sure. I guess you're just here for entertainment then, and you do you, man. But for those of you who are interested to receive messages for your more spiritual path or for an actual purpose, yeah, try to feel into it, and you can choose group 1, group 2, or group 3, and I will find you at your section of this video. Hello group 3s, if you chose this reading, this is going to be the reading that you chose. Wow. So here are a bunch of extra cards we're going to get afterwards as guidance, but firstly we're going to get 3 tarot cards and maybe more if it's necessary to gauge your current energy and what the scenario is that may be making you feel sad or maybe causing you to shed tears, Let's see here. Let's get these cards a little bit shuffled. So anyway, one of the decks that I'm using today, you'll see it later, the pink deck with the roses on. I actually dreamt I was using that deck and so I bought it and it's been really great. So yeah, okay, enough card shuffling small talk, let's do this. So let's see here. Spirit, can you give me 3 cards to give me the current energy of group 1's scenario? What is causing them sadness? What is causing group 1 to shed tears? Spirit, what is causing... Oh, okay. Okay, you've got the 5 of Cups. I'm just gonna get the rest of your cards before I make any type of attempt at gauging the energy, because I feel like these are definitely meant to work together, not separately. So Spirit, can I get 2 more cards as to the current energy of group 1 and why they might be feeling blue? Why are group 1s feeling blue, Spirit? You're a stubborn bunch. Oh, okay, this one definitely wanted to come out. These are too much. Let's see here. Oh, wow, a lot of water. You've got the 6 of Cups. And we even need 1 more card. Why are they shedding tears, Spirit? Give me 1 more card for group 1, please. Oh, there we go. There's your card. Okay, we've got the Ace of Swords. I'm not going to take the bottom deck energy because I just don't think that it just doesn't feel right, you know what I'm saying? Okay, so let's take a look at what you got here. So I'm definitely seeing that there is some sort of series of events you've been moving through that have quite a lot of barriers. It seems quite difficult because if we're looking at these cards in succession, they are a succession of events, but each scenario represents a part of your life. I feel that you've currently been going through. First, you may have gone through loss, and it may have been difficult for you to see the to be grateful for the things that you have, because often loss is so great that it shrouds our vision of what gratitude could show us, and it's obviously a very common thing. We've all experienced that. But here I feel like someone is trying to bring in something for you, give you something. maybe an offering of love or friendship, or it could be something small, but you are so resistant to it here with the Ace of Swords in reverse, resistant to opening up yourself for this love or for this affection because of this pain you felt. And I'm also getting the feeling that gratitude can be felt for something you don't have yet. So you haven't accepted this offering yet, or you haven't accepted this expression of love yet, but I feel like you're telling me I can't be grateful for something I don't know yet. And you're very right. But you're going to have to, open your heart up to this if you want to have something to be grateful for. So you may feel like you may not have something to be grateful for right now. And this Six of Cups may even represent these 2 cups that you should just turn around and see. But to turn around and see it, you have to get out of the state of mind you're now currently stuck in. This is the Ace of Swords reversed. Can also talk of a change of perspective, and I definitely feel here that you need to be more open to love. You are kind of caging your heart up, and it's making you lonely. It's on a base level, maybe even subconsciously at this point. It's you're getting into you're being okay with being lonely, and that is something that can quickly get out of hand. But this is saying that there are opportunities for you to not feel this way. There are opportunities for you to not feel unworthy, unloved, and lonely. People are reaching out to you, people, maybe even in small ways. All you have to do is turn around and see it. All you have to do is get out of the mentality that you're currently in. And it's healthy to be in a mentality of, I suffered loss, I'm going to feel this. But once you're done feeling it, holding on to it is helping no one. So this is about feeling something, processing it, and releasing it. Releasing it is an important part here. And in releasing that loss or that pain, by working through it and understanding why certain things happened or why you reacted certain ways, the normal way you might process grief, is something that you need to move out of now for a more smooth experience when it's going to opening up to new scenarios. And it's absolutely like terrifying to go into new scenarios when your heart is still quite sensitive, quite broken, maybe quite heavy, but closing yourself off to new love will just keep you in that energy. And the new love or new experiences or new friendships you'll be in touch with is what's going to uplift your heart out of the sense of sorrow. So even if someone just invites you for a coffee or something, why not just accept, Maybe you'll have a great time. If you don't have a good time, I guess you'll just have to cut your losses. But at the end of the day, this is about not stopping the experience of life for yourself. Because if you stop living, then you're never going to discover love again. Because you're going to be stuck in an energy of doubt in the world, doubt in your worth, doubt in other people. Trust is a difficult thing, especially if it's been shattered, But it's not fair of us to bleed on those who didn't cut us. So if someone new comes into your life, someone who hasn't hurt you, someone who you don't have any prior connection to, being extremely aggressive with them because someone else hurt you isn't fair. It's a human response, but it isn't fair. So it's something you may need to think about. Sorry if that's a little bit harsh, but that's just what I'm getting. So now we're going to look at your cards here. And we're going to see if you have any guidance or advice here from Spirit to help you uplift yourself out of this current energy. So here we have breaking barriers. Absolutely. I'm expanding beyond limitations into joy and freedom. So if we stay in our comfort zone, it's often the case that it becomes our safe zone. Like not even just a comfort zone, it becomes the only place we feel safe. But if you feel safe within yourself, this is also suggesting that you maybe need to feel safer within yourself. And sure, that's easier said than done, but starting to feel safer within yourself is knowing what you want and knowing what you don't want. That's what I'm getting very clearly here. Like, this is something that you need to consider. What do I want out of friendships? What will I accept and what won't I accept? And this will make future decisions much easier because you're confident with what you want and what you don't want. So that's something that you need to consider. That's what I'm getting with the Breaking Barriers card. Go. So let's look at you. You got 2 from this deck. Simplifying your life. I cherish the simple pleasures of life. Yes, it's definitely about starting small. Sorry for the camera moving. I just had to move the mic wire because it was in the way of the actual screen. Okay. Are you done now? Good. We're good. We're good. Okay, so simplifying your life. I cherish the simple pleasures a lot. This is again telling me to start gently. There's another card that is making me think of that's in this deck about proceeding gently. This is not about opening yourself up to a new relationship in the next week because you have to open your heart. No, this is not about rushing into something. This is about healing through the pain, healing through the loss, knowing and accepting that it happened, releasing it, and expanding slowly into new opportunities. You really don't need to force yourself into things. This is about a slow progression. You need to learn to trust yourself here, and trust isn't built in a day, not even with yourself, because people don't like to admit it, but we often lie to ourselves, and this is a way of thinking we need to grow out of. So that's also something that I'm being guided to mention to you. So simplifying your life. Okay, then we got your chakra wisdom card. You've got the fourth chakra, heart chakra. So we were talking about the heart. Radiate warmth and sincerity. I'm open to sharing, accepting, communicating, and connecting with others as I focus on this moment, not the past or the future. A smile, a kind-hearted way of speaking, or a hug goes a long way towards uplifting others. I offer care and support where I can without rescuing. I nurture and respect my relationships. So nurturing and respecting a relationship doesn't necessarily, I don't want my car to catch fire, doesn't necessarily mean that you take charge of the relationship and do everything. Nurturing and caring is also something that goes slowly. Like I've heard the example a lot lately in readings where people are talking about nurturing a seed. If you're going to go out every 5 minutes and check, it's not going to have grown and you're going to be disappointed. This is about being realistic with yourself and knowing that you'll make progress, but not putting too much pressure on yourself to do it immediately. You have to accept that we are ruled by time, and sometimes every second may feel like torture, but it's a second less torture the next second, even if you need to think about it at that level. Things will get better, but you need to know your boundaries, and you need to tell people what you like and don't like. I have this protective feeling that I want to tell you that you shouldn't let people push you around. Okay, but let's get to your next card, the fish. We've got 3 fish. It's making me think of Pisces, so you could be Pisces. It's making me think of a school of fish, like even though there are only 3 fish present. I'm hearing maybe you don't swim with the right school. And this is making me feel like maybe people in your life aren't exactly having your highest good at heart, and you should, once you know what your likes and dislikes are and your boundaries are and your highest good is, what feels good for you, what feels right for you on the inside, it'll be easier to see that other people, or it'll be easier to see when other people don't have your highest good in mind, So this is, to me, with Pisces, is a very psychic sign, so this is also talking to me about awareness. That's probably why I got that whole message. So then you've got break the chain, rewrite ancestral patterns, healing, rewriting the future. Okay, so this is a very important thing that I recently did in my life, actually. We get ancestral patterns put onto us or templated onto us by our family when we grow up as children, and we see them do certain things. And we take that as our example. That's just how, when you have parents, that's just how you learn from example. So, for example, if your mom and your dad split up when you were little, you may have very different views on love than someone whose parents stayed together. You may have more hope for love, and there's simple things like that. It's things that children don't really think about, but when you think back, maybe that explains a lot as to why you got to be in the state that you're in, Not state, I didn't mean it that way, but I mean in the journey, in the journey you're currently on, let's just say that. Okay, so that's what I'm feeling with break the chain. So maybe you should go look at things that you may have missed as a child, and the examples of love and affection your parents may have put on you. For example, if parents weren't very affectionate to each other, you may grow up not expecting a lot of affection from your partner, but deep inside it's something you actually really want. But you're not going to know that unless you ask yourself the question. Okay, so then we have play, have fun, celebrate, don't be so serious. Yes, absolutely, this is definitely tying in to what we were talking about, going gently, still enjoying things. Don't put too much pressure on yourself. That's just absolutely what I'm getting with that card. So what we're going to do next, I'm going to do Moonology Oracle cards. Okay, so we've got prosperity lies ahead, new moon in Taurus. This also makes me think of the heart chakra, so you definitely have the opportunity to open your heart here with this new perspective. You may also be a Taurus. And then, you have your commitment is being tested. Yes, your commitment towards yourself, your commitment towards what you really want out of life and what you want your life to be when you describe it to someone else. Think about it that way. I often do that. If I'm someone, I struggle, you may have heard it in my previous videos, I struggle a lot with smoking. So I like to see myself as someone who doesn't smoke, or as someone who, if someone asks me to go out for a smoke break, I'm like, no, I'm good. You know, I want to see myself as that person. So that's a way of maybe connecting with what it is that you want your current self to portray, you know? Okay, so then we've got weapon, and it's a candlestick. I'm definitely shedding light. So I feel like these two are connected, because your commitment is being tested, and this is just half the moon, right? But I feel like once you start asking these questions to yourself and really setting boundaries, the entirety of the moon will be illuminated, right? So I feel like this is almost a progression. Here you are with the eclipse, just, you know, going through your life and struggling and trying to figure out why it hurts so much to love. But not all love is the same, and not all love hurts the same. And this is just about, to be honest, the part of this is really about having faith in love, because love is the highest frequency, man. Love is actually what we're all after. And if you're going to close yourself off to that, it's just not worth it. So we're going to look at your message cards. We're going to see what you got. It says, I may be quiet, but I have so much on my mind. Yes, we got a little bit of an overthinking energy with this group. So this is also maybe warning you not to overthink as much. I mean, you can think about your life, but if a thought keeps going and going and going and going in your head, maybe you should write it down. Maybe reflect on that specific thought. It might also help you like get to the heart of the matter, the heart chakra. Anyway, then we have love is built on long nights of lost sleep and deep conversations. So this is also telling me, with your specific scenario, love isn't perfect. Love isn't something that can be molded into this perfect shape and presented to the world. We've been very indoctrinated with movies and such to think that love looks a certain way, but love looks different to everyone, okay? And you need to figure out what love looks like to you, and that's a tall order, man, but it's something that you're going to need to know. And this is also a hedging into having compassion for others, because I may think my parents don't love me if they scream at me, but at the end of the day, maybe they just had like a 12-hour work day and they're just exhausted. Yes, it doesn't make it fair, but compassion is necessary. You have to realize people are just humans. That's why love isn't perfect, you know? You have to admire and recognize the human struggle of others to be able to forgive them for crap they do anyway. So you might as well, you know, start to implement that thought process into your mind and make it easier to accept crappy things humans do, especially family members, because blood is thicker than water, man. So it's very difficult to get away from those type of things. But just recognizing that they're only human, you're only human, everyone has their own path. A little compassion is maybe suggested. Then we have, I will be waiting here for your silence to break, for your soul to shake, for your love to wake. So this is also telling me that in divine timing, everything will come together for you. And this is also saying that what's intended for you will not be missed by you. You will always get put on the path of those things that are intended for you. May it be familiar love, may it be a partner. The things that are intended for you will come your way. It's about how you take action and about how you see the signs and how you choose to think. Okay? So that's all I have for you guys today. I really hope you enjoy your reading, and I am wishing you the best of luck. Hope to see you again. Bye bye. Hi group 2 and welcome to your reading. So we are going to get some guidance and messages from your oracle card selection after your reading, but first we're gonna get 3 tarot cards to get a sense of your current energy and what it is that's making you shed these tears, man. What is it that's making you shed these tears? Oh gosh. Maybe there's frustration. What's making you shed these tears? So I put a intention on this deck that if you're on the right path, this card would come out. This is the author card. She did all the drawings and illustrations for the original Rider-Waite deck. Anyway, so this came out. That's just something you may want to, you know, consider. This is not working. It is not working. Let us do it like this. Here we go. Sometimes they want to flip one way. Sometimes they want to flip another way. Here we go. Okay. Feels pretty clear. So, okay, Spirit, can I please get 3 cards representing why Group 2 is shedding tears right now? Why is Group 2 shedding tears? What's making them shed tears? Please shed some light on the... It's too many. Please shed some light on the scenario that's making Group 2 shed their tears. I need 3 cards, please. No. One at a time, please. One card at a... There we go, that's better. We've got the King of Swords. And we're going to get all 3 first because they are today they are interplaying with each other. That's just what we've got going on. Nope. One at a time, please. The current energy of Group 2. Why are they shedding tears? Why are Group 2 shedding their tears? What wants to come out? It's the Queen of Swords in reverse. And we need 1 more card, please, for it. 1 more card, please, for the current energy of Group 2. Why are they shedding tears, Spirit? Why are Group 2 shedding their tears? Okay, we've got the 8 of Pentacles. Okay, let me first get into this for you guys. There's an imbalance here. It feels like it's something you've been trying to write for a while, something you're potentially aware of. A balance between thinking with your practical mind and thinking with your creative mind. So you're definitely being very practical. I think maybe this is something that's causing you a lot of stress. I feel like this could also potentially be stress about career, but that's not to say. It could just be general stress in life, something you've been working very hard on and using a lot of practical aspects of yourself. So it may be a small business, that's what I'm getting. It may be some sort of hobby, it may be helping others, but this is something that's really like you're pushing it quite hard. And this is definitely telling me that you need to give more time to yourself in self-care, thought-wise, with your thought process. So you're being very practical with your thought process, but you're not being very creative with your thought process. And balance of practicality and creativity is currently what's causing you frustration and sadness. Because if we're constantly stuck in our practical mind, the joy becomes based on what it is that we do, right? Because if we're stuck in our practical mind, what I do is either going to give me joy or not. But when I'm in my emotional mind, what I feel is going to give me joy or not. So you need to start feeling and stop doing. That's what I'm hearing. Not stop doing, but like minimize that Yeah, you start feeling. Have a moment with yourself and just catch up, you know. Ask yourself, how am I feeling? Not what am I doing, what needs to be done, and that type of thing. Just how am I feeling? How am I feeling? How am I, insert your name here, feeling? And really answer yourself honestly. Like, you're going to feel like a fool if you lie to yourself. I'm just going to be honest. So what's causing you sadness and frustration is currently that you're stuck in a very practical mind, and that gives a very big lack of creativity. And creativity is that spark that gives us passion, you know? So you can do a bunch of things that you love, but if it's not igniting that passion in you, then you're just doing a bunch of shit. You know, not shit, but you're doing a bunch of stuff. You get what I'm saying? Like, if I brush my teeth and go to work, it's not particularly things that I enjoy, it's just things that needs to be done. And you don't want your creative projects to feel that way. So maybe you're stuck in a creative project that you first enjoyed, or that you first enjoyed, and now it's starting to feel like a chore that happens often to people with hobbies when they grow out of hobbies. So it's something that's being highlighted here. You're definitely stuck in something that's not giving you as much joy as before, but it may give you joy if you start feeling it again. Like, if you paint because it's your hobby and you're going to paint now, and you're going to say you're going to paint every week, like one portrait or something, that's a to-do list. That's a chore. Maybe look through references until you find something that sparks something in you. You'll feel it. You know? You'll feel when something about how your passion project is going will make you feel. So this is definitely making me feel like a project or something you're working on, and it's starting to become more of a chore, and that could sometimes be quite sad, because sometimes we put a lot of money into our passions, and when we start feeling less passionate about them, we have this fear that maybe this is a passion that's just, you know, come and go, and we'll maybe need to move on from it. That fear is in people's minds because of the fact that things move so quickly. So people give up very easily. But it's something you truly enjoy, you won't be discouraged. You just need to find the time to tell yourself, this isn't something that I need to be successful in. I just need to enjoy myself and have fun and do my best because this is enjoyable, not because this needs to be done. Well, that's what I'm getting for you guys, and we're going to get some guidance with your oracle cards. Let's see what Spirit has to tell you. So with the nature spirit, we have talking stick. And maybe a talking stick is giving me the feeling that you're not giving yourself a chance. I'm seeing everyone pass the stick around, but you're not taking the stick to say your say. You know, you're almost just keeping quiet and going with the flow. And often that's good, but if you're stuck in a place where you're not exactly comfortable or not exactly flourishing, it can sometimes be a bit stagnant. So, talking stick. Page 105. Let's see here. Okay. Oh, there we go. Speak your truth. The soul loves the truth. Communicate from your heart and share your reality without hesitation. Be willing to stand before the crowd and share from your center. You may also be feeling a bit discouraged because you're not sharing your plans with anyone and nobody's enthusing you about them. And it's fun to share your plans. It's fun to see people get excited about it. But if you're not sharing your plans, then that can't happen. So maybe this is telling you don't have to give all your ideas away, but maybe tell your friends about it. If you're truly proud of yourself and if it's truly something you're passionate about, don't be ashamed. Don't be embarrassed about the things that you love, unless it's really inappropriate, but we're just assuming it's not. Like, if you really, really love knitting, knit your friends' hats and stuff. Like share your gift, share your talent and your passion. Sharing things is often where passion and practicality meet, you know? So this isn't the time to be shy and hesitant. It's time to heal through communication. You have the gift of a true leader through the way you communicate with others. Your native spirit wants you to know. During tribal council meetings, survivor, a decorated stick called a talking stick would be passed around. As each council member held the stick, he or she had the opportunity to speak from the heart. Each person in attendance would be asked to weigh carefully the words of each speaker. The talking stick reminded each person to be authentic. Communication restores trust and allows you to clarify your ideas, position, and feelings. It can be healing when you share what has been withheld. Now is the time to take a risk and have the courage to speak with clarity. Be forthright. Share any unspoken darkness that lays heavy in the heart. There are times to hold back and be discerning, but this isn't one of them. Even if you're afraid, declare your truth for all to hear without fear of being rejected or misunderstood. There's a lot of fear here. When you do this, transformation and healing can occur. And if you don't face your fear, it can't transmute. Decorate a stick or a feather and use as your personal talking stick. Whenever you hold it, let it be a sacred reminder to seek the truth within. Listen, you don't have to use a stick if you find that strange, but you can just use like a crystal, or you can use a stuffed animal, anything that gives you that symbolism of needing to take a moment to check in with yourself. That's pretty much what it is. Then we have answering the call. Okay, interesting. I like the blue aesthetic. What is going on here? Oh, I didn't even show you the cards. I didn't show group one any of their cards. Oh well. Sorry, group one. Beautiful. Okay. So let's see what your answering the call says. I just love using the book for this deck because it's like so insightful. Okay. You've been called. If you've been waiting for your life to shift, the waiting is over. Your true and authentic life is happening. Again, authenticity. If you've been hoping for a sign, this is it. Right now, your spirit guides, ancestors, and loved ones who have passed on are sending you messages, love, and healing. You've been called, and a gateway is opening for communication from the spiritual realm. So maybe the communication we heard from in the talking stick is actually communicating with your higher self and with spirit instead of communicating with humans. Now in the days ahead, signs from spirit will be all around you. Watch for them. Your native spirit wants you to know indigenous people look to the clouds, the winds, and the movement of animals to discern the secret messages from the Creator. In native traditions, life is ruled by signs. Right now, your spiritual helpers are telling you that this is your time. The waiting is over. Sometimes we spend so much time waiting for life to happen that we miss the joy in the moment. Cherish the here and now, and know that no matter what concerns you may have, in the deepest sense you are ready. Believe, follow the signs, and miracles will abound. Your time is now. Okay. Very interesting. So we've got the fourth chakra, heart chakra, unconditional love. I allow myself to be open to giving and receiving love without fear. Again, fear of rejection. Again, we're mentioning rejection here. So maybe you're afraid your ideas will be rejected. I give without expecting recognition or acknowledgement in return. When I'm loving to others, I'm helping bring out the innate love within them so they also feel uplifted, worthy, and cared for. I love myself the way I am, not the way I was or could be, and I extend this love to others. I teach others how to love and respect me by how I love and respect myself. Exactly. So, next we are going to get your... Yes. This card is definitely giving me the idea of climbing a mountain, but here, if you look at this card, here you have a little deer, and they are actually extremely fast creatures. So you may be thinking it's going to be a long journey to go up this mountain, but in actuality, the journey may take much faster, but your fear is holding you back. Then we have initial CM in the mountain, so if that's something, maybe that means something to you. And look, this is lush, right? And there's some less lush area and then snow. It's not always going to be, a greenery, but the harsh conditions teach us not to survive in the greater conditions, but to thrive. Okay, so next we're going to look at your... Okay, we've got inner temple, devotion. Turn to the portal of your heart. Yes, this is giving me the impression... I want to make sure you can see your cards. Basically, you can. This is giving me the impression that you haven't spent a lot of time really honoring what you truly want. So maybe the reason why this practical aspect of your life or hobby or passion is not giving you joy is because you haven't... Maybe it's something that someone told you to do. Maybe it's something that everyone else is doing. Really think about what it is that you want and what it is that would truly give you joy. Like, I'm not going to lie to you, I know between taking cooking classes and chess, I'm definitely going to choose cooking classes. So there's some things you just know. You have to compare apples with apples here, and that is hobbies, passions, and potential projects. And yes, some may be larger than others, but at the end of the day, they're all potential oranges. They're all potential things you could do. So there's no one right or wrong way to follow someone's advice. If you choose to follow someone's advice and do a hobby that they suggested and you don't like it, don't feel guilty. It's literal time that you're wasting because you're trying to spare someone's feelings. I was that person. Believe me, you don't want to be. Okay, so then we have Pillar of Light. Your vibration is rising. You are the Oracle. So this is telling me there's also pillars here. So this is giving me the idea that you must become your own pillar. Knowing yourself and knowing what it is that you want out of life and what you want and don't want to do is something that will be very important to you, because it'll help you make clear, decisive decisions. Clear, concise decisions. Then we have the answers you need are coming. So you don't have to force any answers when it comes to spirit. The answers will come when you're ready for them, but you need to ask the questions. So then we have take time to breathe out. Yes, I feel like you're putting a lot of pressure on yourself because of the scenario and things aren't moving forward fast enough for you. But this is, again, a type of templating we get from the world that says we have to be moving fast all the time. We don't. We really don't. Like, you can move as slow as you want as long as you're surviving, as long as you're treating others and yourself well. It doesn't matter how slow you go. It's your choice. Because you don't have to be in a rush. The only person waiting for you is yourself. You're not running towards anyone or anything. Anything that's meant for you is going to be on your path. So let's get your message cards. She was a rainbow, but he was colorblind. So, damn. This is giving me the idea that there's a fear around people not seeing your potential or not seeing what you can achieve. Where's the cheap? Show them what you can achieve. Period. Perhaps the problem is not the intensity of your love, but the quality of the people you are loving. Again, giving us some indication that maybe the people around you aren't exactly supportive of you. You know, that's something you may be able to look at. But this also can relate to misplacing a passion in something that you're not really passionate about. So then lastly, we have the right person who will make you fall in love with yourself too. Yes, if you, this is a love messages deck, but this is relating to me to doing a project and seeing it and being proud of yourself. It's not about, wow, look what I've completed. It's about, wow, look what I've created. That's what you're looking for, and I don't think I need to say anything else. So then we have Suspect. And with that, I'm definitely seeing with the yellow, I'm seeing the solar plexus, which is the root of your personal power, and that just beautifully wraps up your reading. You're good enough, your ideas are good enough, don't let anyone tell you that they aren't, and go for your passions, do that project, do that thing that you know you're going to be good at, and be proud of yourself. Wishing you the best of luck. Thank you for joining me here. Bye-bye. Group series, welcome to your reading, and yeah, here we go. So these cards are going to be your guidance at the end of the reading. We're going to start with 3 tarot cards first to get your current energy of what's making you shed tears, sweetie pie. What's making you shed tears? You know, save your tears. Oh, look, why are you crying? Why are you upset? Let's see. Let's get a dig into what is making you shed your tears. Oh, dang. This is heavier maybe than the previous 2 groups. So let's see what's going on. See, I'm not going to lie to you guys, this is absolutely insane. And it's coming up with the card that you previously had, so this is definitely a very, very large message for me. This card is the Author card. It came out in the previous group as well, which is absolutely fucking crazy. I put an intention on this card that it will come out to tell you that you're on the right path. So with these 2 cards combined, this is saying that the universe may feel like it's on your shoulders, but you are on the right path. Okay, that was your reading. I'm just kidding. But that's a very, very big message that you're getting there. I'm getting goosebumps, so let's do this. And let's see what's happening for you. Okay, here we go. Spirit, can I please get 3 cards? Okay, no, that's too many. I need 1 at a time, please. Spirit, can I please get 3 cards about why group 3 is shedding tears? Why are they shedding tears, and how can we guide them a bit to get out of this? Okay, so we've got the 10 of Cups. Are you crying because you're happy? I'm just kidding. Okay. Oh, that's too many. I need 1 at a time, please, Spirit. We need 2 more cards. Okay, we've got the Sun. Dang, you crying because you're happy. Low-key more excited for what your last card is going to be than I was excited for the Avengers, but anyway. Okay, let's see. Spirit, please give me 1 last card. Ooh. No, we said 1 at a time. We're not taking these because we made a rule. Well, it's not a rule, it's just necessary. Oh, something flipped over. Too many. 1 more, please. One more card, please, Spirit. One more card, please. Okay, Queen of Swords. In reverse. She kind of like snaked out of there, but she feels right. So you got the Queen of Swords. So your message is a very unexpected one, to be honest. And this may be because of the way that we have been taught to think about sadness, tears and such. But here I'm seeing that you're actually in a very good stage in your life, very prosperous and very happy. But there's definitely a fear of, what if this ends? When will this end? Is this going to end? When will this happiness end? Is this all a joke? You know, you're asking yourself all those doubtful questions. And with the Queen of Swords, this is telling you to stop asking yourself those questions. Stop overworking your emotions by asking yourself, when will this end? Because as long as you're asking yourself when this will end, you're not busy enjoying what's happening. You know? It's kind of counterintuitive, man. You're missing the thing you don't want to end because you're asking, when will it end? You know? It's not something that... it's something that you should consider, you know. That's definitely something I'm getting here. So there's a different fear here around a prosperous or particularly maybe even the best section of your life maybe ending. But I'm here to tell you that fear of change is just resistance. And if you're going to resist change, then it's going to find you in less gentle ways than it would have if you didn't resist. So what I have to say to you is one simple thing. How do you know tomorrow's not going to be even better? How do you know that if there's a storm, the calm thereafter will be even better than the 10 of Cups in the sun? How do you know that it won't be the world? You don't know. So you're going to go through that flow of life anyway. Why spend the good times worrying about what's going to happen? There is no point, because then you're sacrificing the good times for worry over the bad times, and you're more conscious in the bad times than you are in the good times. Isn't that a very strange thing to do to yourself? And now that I'm thinking about it, I realize a lot of people do this. They're more conscious in their fearful and negative states than they are in their happy states. So this is talking about a sense of awareness. This is talking about enjoying the good times, releasing your worry of potential bad times. Because at the end of the day, the future isn't here yet. You're making the future right now. And if you're building a future on stress and fear, it's going to reflect that. Okay? So your message is quite simple. This is just telling you, stop worrying, stop stressing, stop. Just enjoy that cup of tea. Just enjoy that bath. Just enjoy your family and your dog and eat some snacks. Like, don't stress about the fact that the chip packet is going to be empty while you're eating the chips. Weird example, but that's just the image I got. Okay, so that's what you're getting, and you got a little ASMR there in as well. My god, I can't wait to rewatch this video to see how that sounds. But anyway, okay, so we're gonna get your oracle cards here. We're gonna see what's the light, thick, and shade. Hearing messages from spirit. I'm a clear channel for messages from spirit. So this is saying maybe in this good state, your worry is blocking you from being a clear channel to spirit, being a clear channel to your higher intelligence and higher perspective, because the worry is creating a sort of barrier. I'm seeing in Harry Potter when they open the brick wall to go to Diagon Alley, and Diagon Alley, oh my god, I'm such a fucking nerd. Anyway, so then I'm seeing that you in front of that wall, and then the message is just, I'm not worried about tomorrow, I'm here for today. And the wall opens and you're just enjoying what you have, and spirit can communicate with you because you're not afraid, you're not frightened. Okay? So then we have Grandfather Sky. It's quite lovely. I hope you can see the whole thing. What a beautiful card. Okay, so we're gonna see. Okay then, Grandfather's feisty. Okay, we're gonna see what our book says about Grandfather Sky, page 54. 54. Here we go. Grandfather Sky. This is your time to reach for the sky. Expansive energy, vitality, health, healing, and passion. These qualities are expanding in your life. The sky is the limit. You're a healer and a channel for the life force of the universe. Your ability to sense energy fields is increasing dramatically. Be prepared to soar to new heights. Yes. So if you can open yourself to spirit and open yourself to your intuition, you'll get massive transformation, but you'll have to let go of the fear of losing time while you're busy stressing and losing time. Be prepared to soar to new heights. When you receive the Grandfather Sky card, you're entering into an expansive cycle. Do not hold back and repress what you feel. Your body and spirit will become drained. If you strive to meet everyone's expectations but forget to honor your own needs, your energy field becomes dull. If you allow your emotions and needs the freedom to be spontaneously expressed, waves of incredible energy will expand inside of you. Running on your own resources, it's easy to become drained. However, letting the divine light of the Creator, hearing messages from Spirit, letting the divine light of the Creator flow through you easily replenishes your soul. So you may feel drained sometimes despite your happiness, and that may be causing you the concern. And the reason for that is the fear that's blocking your connection to Spirit, because you can't have that barrier of fear there. What are you afraid of? You're afraid of the good times not lasting. But are they really good times if you're afraid? Turn that fear into experience. Turn that fear into mindfully being in the moment and enjoying the good time in your life. No? So, let's see what you have next. Your chakra wisdom card. Second chakra, sacral chakra, abundance. I'm worthy and I deserve an abundance of anything that I require. I watch my thoughts to ensure that I'm honoring and respecting myself. I honor myself by knowing that I'm worthy to receive. I'm open to receive now. I remind myself that it is a sign of strength to ask for help. So I'm getting this idea that maybe you are feeling a sense of emptiness despite your happiness, and that may be what's causing you concern, because you're like, everything in my life is perfect. Why am I so unhappy? It's because you don't have a deeper connection to the universe and to what's going on around you. You can have all the abundance in the world, all the family love in the world, but if there's not a connection to Spirit or a connection to something greater than yourself, the world is just a playground, to be quite honest with you. Okay, so let's hear what's your Lenormand card. It is the bouquet. So this is giving me the idea that it's definitely making me feel like it's a message from the universe of you unfolding. It's definitely not a romantic message to me. 9 is also the message of you're almost there. So the universe is telling me you're almost there to unfold. Look at all these flowers here as well. I didn't even notice that. You're almost there to unfold. Open your ears. Listen to us. We know you know how. Let go of your fear. We're here for you and we will protect you. Let go of your fear. Okay? Then we have awakening, energetic upgrades, a new way of being, integration. So you may be going through an awakening, and this is something that is it's a heavy experience, man. But this is probably why you're being asked to hear messages from Spirit, because it will make it much easier to understand what you're feeling and how you're feeling and why you're feeling it. So this is calling for you to look into yourself as well, to see your unfolding and to hear messages from Spirit. Then we've got Star Mother. How can you mother yourself? So there may be a little bit of nurture necessary here in terms of the fear. Maybe you had a very unsure childhood where you never knew when the good times were going to end immediately because someone maybe had a bad temper, or maybe because you were from house to house. Maybe you had a very, very troubled childhood and the good times were short-lived, and there your fear lies. That's just one particular scenario maybe. But you're not a child anymore. Okay? You have the ability to look after yourself and the capability to look after yourself. No one has to tell you what to do. You can protect yourself. You can protect your inner child. You get to make decisions about your life. No one's going to tell you that tomorrow it's not going to be a good day. A large part of the day is determined by you and how you react. But bad things are going to happen. But you know, if you have trust and faith in yourself, you are the pillar that keeps yourself standing. So this is also talking very largely about inner strength. And through Spirit, you will gain that inner strength. You just need to listen. So then we have your moon cards. Confidence is your your key to success. New moon in Leo. So you may be a Leo, or we are talking about expansive energy. Like awakening is expansive energy. So Leo is a very a fire. Okay. Oh, a fiery climax approaches. So a lot of fire energy here for you. Definitely expansion energy. You're definitely moving to higher perspectives, newer understanding, better understanding of the world and things around you. You maybe start seeing the world with a different perspective, where abundance will look different to you. Abundance won't look like things and beauty. Abundance will look like nature and love, right? So then we've got, did I do this card last? I can't remember. Yes, I did. Okay, so we've got something about you made me feel a little more alive and far less lost. So this is definitely telling me that spirit will be a compass for you. You're at the moment, you're kind of like a broken compass, but spirit is going to be the thing that's going to be like, and your compass is fixed and you know where north is. Sure, you have no freaking idea how to navigate a jungle, let alone use a compass or what clothes to wear to avoid getting bitten by snakes, but you're on your journey and spirit's there to help you. You have a working compass now. All you need to do is practically assess how you're going to use it in your life, right? Because spirit is always a compass for us. There's always guidance. You just need to know how to look for it. Then we have, to find the beloved, you must become the beloved. So this is telling you about self-worth. Often we're looking for things in other people that we possess. So if we want, even subconsciously, like if people mirror you, you find yourself attracted to them. Even if you're manipulative and greedy and jealous, you'll often see people have friend groups with those traits being a shared trait among them. So look for the traits in yourself that you want others to have. Your kindness, your gratitude, your loving heart, your love for animals, your love for nature, whatever the case may be. Find those things in people. Because at the end of the day, we're all people, we're all going to have our struggles. But if you find someone based on what they love, isn't that a good start? So then lastly, we have, you just have to keep breaking your heart until it opens. So, that was so heavy, I had to breathe out very heavily there. So this is definitely telling me that this awakening could be as a result of trauma. Now, I'm not going to go into detail of what trauma it may be, but this may be a result of a very difficult time you're moving through, and now you're ascended and awakened to what the world really is and how everything works, and you're confused and maybe still in the honeymoon state of awakening. That may be possible. Or maybe you're still moving through heartbreak, and this is calling for you to see it from a higher perspective. Okay. So lastly, we have location, spa, self-care, the self-care Cluedo card. Yes, absolutely, self-care. Look after yourself, mother yourself, nurture yourself through this expansive scenario in your life, right? I feel like I need to get one more light of the card for you. I didn't do this with other groups, but it just like looked at me and it was like, you need one more of me. And I'm like, okay. So we're going to get one more card for you. One last piece of guidance for group 3, please. Okay, we have play, have fun, celebrate, don't be so serious. So even though ascension and awakening is a serious topic, and even though this may have been caused as a sense of stress, this is telling you, don't forget to enjoy life. Don't be so busy looking for answers that you forget to live in the moment, that you forget to see the happiness around you, which is what we were discussing in the beginning. So get out of your head, get into your heart, live, feel, hear spirit, connect with friends, live life, and be grateful. That is my message to you, and I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you for joining me here, and I hope to see you again soon. Bye bye.